Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. I want to address the elephant in the room because it has to be addressed. It's the elephant in the room. It's the situation between Israel, Iran, and Iran. And I guess you could also call it America and Iran. It's a situation that's not a joke. It's a very serious situation. You know, it's happening. Like, we can't just ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist. Now, of course, we have to realize that the Almighty is running the show and there's nothing to fear. But we have to see this, what's happening, and we have to see it through a godly lens. You know, something's going on here. That Iran is their goal is to they said to wipe out Israel, to wipe Israel off the map. Their goal is and they're trying to build the weapons to do so. Of course, Israel has very powerful weapons as well, and America has very powerful weapons. America is allied with Israel, but at the end of the day, Israel is not going to rely on America. They know they have to defend themselves, and they cannot rely on America. I don't think America is going to go to war for Israel. So this whole situation is an awakening situation. It's a situation that should arouse awe and fear of the Almighty and love for the Almighty. You shouldn't fear Iran. You shouldn't fear their little proxies. You should fear the Almighty. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing else besides Him. He's the one who controls the world. But we have to see this. We have to recognize this. They're building their weapons. They're building their bombs. And their goal is to attack Israel and America, I guess, as well. America as well. But, I mean, Israel's closer. But if you think about it, it's crazy. Iran and Israel don't even border each other. There's like a couple countries in between. But Iran also has in Lebanon proxies. And in Gaza, they have proxies as well. But it's a baseless hatred towards Israel. It's a hatred towards Israel, towards the Jewish people, unfortunately, because Israel didn't really ever fight with them. And you could say that it's because they want to defend Arabs, but at the end of the day, normally Iranians and Arabs, they fight amongst themselves intensely. So the fact that they want to attack Israel is not because they want to defend Arabs, but it's because it's in their nature to go against Israel, unfortunately. And not all Iranians, of course. 95% of Iranians don't agree with this, and also love Jewish people and love Israel. Love Jewish people. And by the way, when I say Israel, I'm not speaking about the state of Israel. I'm not speaking about politics. I'm speaking about the land of Israel and its inhabitants. Now, what's interesting to note is that their goal is to attack Israel, and they're building the weapons. So it's kind of like a countdown. But we have to realize that the Almighty could change everything in the blink of an eye, and that this situation could be fixed by Hashem immediately. But we have to use this to awaken ourselves, to wake up and realize we need to bring the Mashiach, because we don't want this war. If a person's comfortable with their life, we don't want to bring Mashiach because we're suffering. We want to bring Mashiach because we want God. We want a godly revelation. We want to experience spirituality. We want the third temple. We want the divine will to be fulfilled. So that's the higher level. But if a person can't even bring themselves to that, they should remember that they should want Mashiach alone just for this, so this war doesn't take place. Because this war was not won't look pretty. It's an intense war between two powerful players. And of course, the Almighty's firstborn Israel will always prevail. No one will prevail over the Almighty's firstborn. But we don't want a war. We want Pada b'shalom nafshi. We want this to be redeemed in peace. We want full peace throughout the world. We don't want any person to pass away. But if these people, these nations want to rise up against Israel, they're going to fall. But we don't want the war. That's what we have to remember. So if a person can't bring themselves to want Mashiach and to do a little bit more, to follow Hashem's will, to do extra mitzvahs, to learn more Torah, to give more to charity, to do more good deeds, they can't bring themselves to do that to bring Mashiach, at least they should start thinking about this war that's seemingly, the clock is ticking, it's moving towards us. It's seemingly inevitable, but it's not inevitable, because of course the Almighty could bring immediate peace right now. The Almighty could bring full peace, but it's dependent on you to do an extra good deed to bring Mashiach. So I think we have to think about this. And when I said about America, there is a prophecy that says Rome will take out Persia. And who's Persia? Iran. And who's Rome? Rome of today is America. This is very interesting to note. That there's a prophecy from thousands of years ago that said Rome and Persia will attack each other, and Rome will come out on top. But the main thing is to note that there's no limit to how fast the Mashiach could come. The Mashiach could come immediately, and we could bring this redemption. And we don't need any more wars. We just need to fight this war within ourselves, which can be won ultimately with the coming Mashiach. Yes, there's going to be a process of how the Mashiach comes, but there's no limit to how sweet we can make this process through our extra good deeds. So I hope you like this message. I hope it found you well. Hope you like this world news, incorporating the world news to the coming Mashiach, because I think that's what has to be done. The coming of the Mashiach is not just a spiritual idea, but it's also a physical idea that has to be incorporated with all aspects of our lives. That's why I related it to more, worldly situations. Let me know if you liked it. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and help support the Torah Channel. Make a donation today. The Almighty will surely reward you. God bless you all. May we be redeemed immediately.